Hello. So, not sure how many people are going to. Well, this is already off to a good start. Not sure how many people are going to show up, if any. And hello, Morning Star. Thank you for dropping on by. So, I what did I do? Oh, yes, good lord, I'm out of it. I was up too late last night. I just premiered the first part of Psychic Defense Against Dark Forces review, and yeah, check that out when you have a chance. It's gonna be a long one. I decided to do it in parts because it will probably be 2, maybe 3 hours long if I did everything in one go, and I didn't want to do that. I would have been tired, and the editing, oh god, the editing, and I'm terrible at editing. But part two, quality wise, will be much, much, much better. I saw what I need to work on, and yeah, we're definitely live. Well, I'm live. I say we're, but it's just me today. No podcast, nothing like that. Just hanging out, talking about psychic defense, giving my opinion on a few things, and just relaxing. The usual. Nothing too crazy or out there. But I hope you're having a good Wednesday, whether it's day, night, afternoon, whatever. Hopefully it's nice and easy going for you, and you're sipping on some lemonade. And I haven't had lemonade in a bit. I am craving it. But oh well, I don't need the stuff. Too much sugar. Get into the spooky. Oh gosh, I don't know what spooky to get into really. Um, but as I was saying, yeah. So reviewed Psychic Defense, at least the first part of it, and it's it's interesting to say the least. I don't understand the agenda that's being pushed. Exactly, I understand it, but it just feels like it's not necessary. Trying to paint a group of people as evil or bad and malicious because they view things differently or they have a different point of view. It's just weird to me. And and for example, necromancy. Necromancy, of course, according to the movies and all that, you're digging up a dead body and stabbing something and getting that blood everywhere and to bring the corpse, reanimate the corpse back to life and all that stuff. It's Hollywood. When actual necromancy, it's not like that, and it can be a much more simplistic. Mediumship is a form of necromancy if you're speaking to the deceased, or um, even using tarot, you could use that as a form of necromancy. I mean, necromancy is divination. It's just weird that someone will take that concept, will take this and throw in some crazy fantasy stuff and make it look and appear dark and evil when it isn't. And it unfortunately paints a bad picture for everyone. Out of curiosity, Morning Star, do you do any type of divination or occult work? You said you're varied in a variety of topics, matching experiences. So pick one. Oh darn, you just throwing it out there like bam. But do you do any form of divination at all? I'm curious. I've seen The Departed return as spirit runs it. Oh, okay. So this is genetics. Now that's something that's interesting. Is psychic ability or witchcraft, whatever we want to call it, that gift, we'll say, is it genetics or is it something that just comes to us? I'm always curious about that because I believe everyone has it, everyone can communicate, or everyone can do divination. It requires practice, and some get it faster than others, and some might just be better at other things. And hello, Stephanie, welcome. I'm always curious about that, like if it's genetics or not. How's your foot doing, Stephanie? Like, how'd your X-ray go? I think you said you had an X-ray yesterday, actually. Yeah, because today's Wednesday. And yesterday was Tuesday. All right, cool. I'm happy. So, earlier today, literally an hour ago, I put up part one of the review of psychic defense here. It's going to be several parts. I'm not entirely sure how many parts it's going to be. And uh yeah, so I decided to try a premiere stream with that, and we had some moron pop in. So that's always fun. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to steal that from you. I teach my children palmistry, numerology, and astrology. What I teach is that everyone's hands have the numbers to make you see stars. I quite like that. That's really cool. Now, palmistry is something that I've never understood. I would like to learn palm reading, but at the same time, I don't think my head's wired for it. So, but that's really cool. And w- also out of curiosity, because you openly talk about it, do you get just folks looking, giving you weird looks and everything, or like especially if you read their palm and it's like, ooh, I see this here and that there, your lifeline and all that. Hey, doll, welcome, 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 welcome. And yeah, it might be a three-part review. I'm thinking three, four at the most. It's uh it's tiring. We'll say that. It's a very tiring read with a lot of misinformation and a lot of fear mongering. And this was only the first two chapters. It's it was just the first two chapters, and we see political ideology that really shouldn't be in a book that's supposed to teach you psychic defense, and its agenda that's painting quote unquote dark magicians as bad guys, as evil, and it's too much of a black, white, left, right type of viewpoint and thinking, as if, hey, wait a second, why aren't words popping up here? I just realized this. Huh, something's busted because they're supposed to be your comments on screen so I can see them so I don't have to switch back and forth to different screens. Why isn't that working? Well, anyway, I'll worry about it another time. Uh, and anyway, the occult, magic, psychic phenomenon, it's just not that simple. It's impossible for it to be that simple. And the concept of good versus evil, or what constitutes good, what constitutes evil, is so complicated. Like an example I like to use is war. One nation's greatest hero is another nation's greatest villain. So, saying that, does that mean that this person who slaughtered hundreds or dozens, hundreds of people for their country to protect, quote unquote, protect, is good? Is he the hero? Or is he just a crazy killer? It's like, it's just not that simple. Of course, our perspective pays. a lot. It has a lot to do with it. Every psychic ability is written in the palm lines. If you check the palmistry of gifted people, you will find that they are marked similar regardless of religion. Now that's interesting. Now I'm like, huh, what do you see in my hands? Huh. What is this here? So I'm always, I don't know, I might have to get a palm reading one day. Oh, and hello, AKA Morning Star. Oh shoot, we have two Morning Stars here. Wait a second. We got a civil war going on. Or well, maybe not a civil war, but we're gonna have war. We're gonna have a one-on-one. So will the real Morning Star please stand up? Psychic ability markers, click the image tabs. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. I'm curious about it. I will definitely check that out and probably talk about it later and do a little video. Okay, so since I have this book here, some of the stuff that I relationship healing. Oh, I just need some dumb luck with women, which I have none. Before I get into the real quick, normally I wouldn't share this, but it's too funny not to share. I was speaking to someone recently. This was a friend, it's nothing, no dating, nothing like that. And she was telling me how she's good lord, tired of dating losers and all of that nonsense and whatever. Same thing, different day. And she said, I wish I could find someone like you, Melvin. Just someone who's nice and down to earth, easygoing, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm single. You want to try it out, see what happens? And she laughed and said, no, don't be silly. Come on. And I was just like, what the heck? You literally just said you want someone like me. And God, it's like, what the heck? So, anyway, what can you do about it? Absolutely nothing. But yeah, a little dumb luck would do. Uh, okay, so a couple of things from the book that I want your opinions on, especially those of you who are experienced in the occult and you'll know way more about this stuff than I do because I'm not a practitioner. Now, one of the things I mentioned was in the introduction how in the book the introduction itself talked about every civilization knowing a basic concept and she listed off the civilizations and then she went into religions, which is odd considering, and it's a lot of pushing of love and light and I want to say peace and all of that stuff, but it feels one sided to me. It feels like people say love and light, this and that, without actually meaning it, because then we go into some seriously judgmental parts. And that's something that I wanted to point out in the review, but I figured it's no point. It's not needed. I am the rainbow colored lightning bolt moon walking sideways along the beach, leaving glass footprints in the sands of time. My words will remain forever. The other morning star can't compete. Oh, snap. Those are some fighting words right there. Those are some serious fighting words. Um, but yeah, what do you guys think about that? The love and light versus the, we'll say, hell Satan, or for the infernal, whatever. Same thing, just different sides of the bed, different sides of the coin is the actual saying, but you get my meaning. I was thinking about that, and I was just thinking about how we can bridge this gap of misunderstanding and how easy it is for all of us to be influenced by things that just tickle our fancy, and we put on blocks and we just shut everything else out and we focus on, no, it's this way, this has to be it, and we close ourselves off. Like Morningstar, how do you remain open to other possibilities in the world or universe, galaxy, whatever you want to call it, spiritual realm? How do you remain open and not close yourself off to the possibilities of everything else, if you can even do such a thing? Or, oh, and hello, Harley, welcome. We're just hanging out today, yapping, not doing anything in particular. But yeah, Morningstar, I'm putting you on the spot. How do you do it? Oh, and that's right. I got to remember there's a little bit of lag here, so I can't just sit and be quiet. I have to yap and do stuff and blah, 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 yaggity smackety. And you know what's interesting too? Because I was talking to Curtis, and this was not too long ago, but I was speaking to him about some stuff, and he he mentioned, and he said this on the stream as well, how angels, demons, same freaking thing. That it might be a split. It might be a split between them, but in a weird way, it balances out. How crazy is that? You know, it's a balancing. You need both sides to the equation to make everything whole. Actually, when I was doing some research, because this is probably going to be a oh my gosh, a tell me about it in soul dualism in the Congo. Some of the tribes over there, they believe that the soul is actually split in two, the soul, the human body, where on the right side it's the masculine, on the left side it's the feminine, and you need both to be whole. How crazy is that? Isn't that cool? You know, so it makes me it just makes me think like, wow, we do have to be whole to get anywhere, even though we have different sides. Two sides are different, but it creates a whole. And it also reminds me of Hinduism and deva the devas and the devis, excuse me, the devas and the devis, and how the trimurti have the males, which most people know, you know, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, and then they have the female counterparts, Parvati, Lakshmi, and I always forget the other one. I feel like a jerk. It'll come to me later. It's probably a name I'm going to butcher. But using Shiva and Parvati as an example, you know, they combine together to become this ultimate being, and it's the masculine and the feminine combined. One isn't greater than the other, but together they are an unstoppable force. And it's like, man, it just really got me thinking. Let's see. That's a good question because I also believe that strong psychics can give dreams and visions. I try to prove everything, smoke test everything. There is no blind faith within me. Oh, right on. I I think it's good to be open and look at everything from a certain point of view, but also don't necessarily believe everything that's thrown your way. I think that's an issue with a lot of people, myself included. I want to believe in a lot of stuff, and because of that, you know, sometimes it's just like, Melvin, come on, think straight, buddy, because that want is there. Oh, today's Meryl's birthday. I have to say happy birthday to Meryl. You guys don't know who Meryl is, but she is a British friend who is in a rock band, Voodoo Vegas. She is a guitar player. Oh, what happened there? Oh, okay. I see what happened. Uh, I know they are physically the same, but not spiritually. I used to live in what I called, I don't know what that is, don't speak Spanish, and I could pull my mates into my dreams. Oh, that's interesting. What I've noticed among departed is that birth gender is maintained. If you change your birth gender, then will again be your birth gender as a spirit. I've also never seen anyone reincarnate. Oh, hello, Jennifer. Welcome. Morning Star. Royal Bloodline. Oh, darn it. You retracted it. I was reading that, AKA Morning Star. Gosh darn it. How are you today, Jennifer? Yeah, afternoon for you. So you're probably in the thick of the heat. Well, no, 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 no. You're East Coast, so it might be no, 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 because it's past 12. No, you're in the thick of it. You're you're freaking heating up over there. But if you weren't here earlier, Jennifer, I put up the first part of the review for Psychic Defense, and just hanging out, yapping about it if something pops up or whatnot. So be sure to check out part one of that. Sorry for the quality of it. I swear, part two, it will be an improvement. See what I need to work on, and that will definitely, it will definitely go up. Oh, nice. Thank you. Right on. So I appreciate that. Look at that. On in the freaking background. That's how I roll, or that's how she rolls. I don't know. I'm out of my mind. You guys, this is how I know I'm crazy right now. I haven't eaten since 7 a.m. yesterday. I'm not trying too fast or anything. I'm just over what I have in the refrigerator, which isn't much to begin with, and I'm craving Subway. I don't know why. I'm craving it. The virgin clothed in the sun, moon at her feet. He's a Virgo, and 2,000 years ago would have been born around September 11th. Oh, well, that's a nice fun fact there. Now, what can you tell me about uh, my guy here, or here? I don't know if you can see the picture, but Taurus, 428. All right, tell me what I need to know. Like, bust it out. Some info about Taurus. Taurus, Libra, Libra, to be more specific. Yep, all Venus. I should be a lover, but I get left behind. No love for me. Mm, mm, Oh my gosh, I got a song stuck in my head. Ooh, Jennifer, since you're here, I do have a question for you. You've worked with Baphomet, right? Oh, again, gotta remember, it is a lag, Melvin. It doesn't happen instantly, Einstein. And I'm asking that for a very specific reason. Also, uh, Morning Star, Rainbow Morning Star, that's what I'll call you to differentiate. Rainbow Morning Star, you said that you've not personally seen, or yeah, you've not seen someone reincarnate. So, in your opinion, do you believe reincarnation isn't a thing, or you just haven't come across it? Okay, so with Baphomet, Jennifer, how did he come across to you? Uh, what I guess what I'm trying to say is, how did it feel? Were you scared? Was he demanding? Was it about trying to find a balance? Like, or was it just poof, here I am, do this, or I'm going to punch you and then leave? Because I'm curious about that. Because with Baphomet, the image that we see isn't, it's not what was original. And he represents, or they say he represents, some type of balance and totality, like everything coming together as one. So I'm curious about your experiences. All right. Jupiter is what our calendar of 12 is based upon. It has a 12-year orbit, spending 1 year in each sign. Jupiter in Taurus equals a dragon in the Chinese zodiac. That also is based upon Jupiter. I like the facts coming out here, the little fun facts. I love things like that. More balanced. Okay, so in other words, this might be completely incorrect. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, I don't think people necessarily get possessed, and it goes both ways, I would say. I don't think possession is a one way street, and we have to define possession. Is it losing your free will and not being in control of your body, or is it being influenced? It depends on all of that, in my opinion, anyway. Where was this? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find it. That's right. This is a clown show. Luciferian. Strong psychics possess someone to know what's wrong. Anytime you finish someone's sentence, you also did the same thing. It's coriander. Ah, here we go. Okay, so curious about this. Yeah, but Harley, it's not just exclusive to the demonic. Angels can do it. Whatever else is out there, we'll say freaking from Native American lore. And this happened in Canada with Swift Runner. What is it that thing called? And they are absolutely terrifying. The cannibals, when you eat a person and it's supposed to be born. You guys, what is the name of that thing? Because it's believed that it takes over the human body. And Wendigo, thank you. Yeah, a Wendigo can possess people. It's not anything that's exclusive to the demonic. It's just, it is what it is, depending on the person, or it could be channeling. I mean, if we go to voodoo rituals and everything, there is a type of possession that happens when the Lua spirit enters into the body, or they ride them and they test them as well. I think for Mama Brigette, or is it Bridget? Mama Bridget? I think that's how you say that. When she's riding someone, they rub peppers all over the female, and oh boy, like, and I mean, they rub them everywhere. And these aren't some little jalapenos; these are some serious hot peppers. And they swallow the juice of it, and that stuff will burn somebody alive, but nothing happens to them. And that is, I guess you could say, willful possession. Oh, fun fact, I love Supernatural. Great show. Well, mostly great show. It's cheesy, but I absolutely loved it. Hated the last episode though. But yeah. So let's see. All right, so here we go. This is what I was getting at finally after all the roundabouts. And thank you guys for hanging out with me for a bit. I appreciate it. I know you all have something better to do, but I appreciate you kicking it with me for a moment. Anyway, I've met Baphomet. He's one of the eviler devils I've not only encountered, but have been attacked by as well. Baphomet isn't some misunderstood pagan deity like the Greek god Pan. Yes, this particular devil does indeed have hooves and horns, but never permit yourself to be fooled by these authors or Aleister Crowley's misinformation. These people are nothing different from denominators who work with devils like Baphomet and rein in the temporary coin they receive in profiting from Baphomet's name, in my professional opinion. So, Jennifer, have you used Baphomet's name to make money at all and profit from him? And is he evil like what is being said here? It's utterly despicable just how vile these individuals can write something so misleading. Each time I read these types of authors' works, it gets under my skin. My personal and spiritual opinion is that work like Aleister Crowley isn't just toxic, but will invite Baphomet into your home and space. Is that also true? That just reading about something will invite it home, will invite it to you. The more frightening reality is there are authors who will encourage possession and to take Baphomet into your aura like one would accept energy of the universe. Give me 1 second, Morningstar. This information is not only inherently metaphysically dangerous, but is soulfully fatal. Yes, this is Melinda. So, Jennifer, your opinion on that I would like because it doesn't sound right at all. And with Aleister Crowley and Horace, I thought I might be misremembering because I thought Horace became Awas. He said it wasn't Horace, it was Awas who who showed up, and then he said it was like his personal angel or his higher self. Like, here's the thing: I like some of the workings of Aleister Crowley. I mean, I even have a few things from him, but I also think he was a little full of himself, meaning that he smelt his own stuff and he thought it smelt like roses. I do believe that he and was it his wife at the time? I do believe they channeled something. Was it the Egyptian god Horus? I don't know. Was it Awas? I don't know. But I do think he channeled something. I do think there was a connection that was made and it influenced him definitely. I think it was something there, but Aleister Crowley being Aleister Crowley, I think he started to just feel himself a little too much and things he changed things up a little bit. What I know about Horus is that the constellation Virgo is known as Horus in Egypt. The symbolism of the eye and the Ankh both appear in palmistry. The eye is a ring of Solomon, the Ankh fate line. Okay, so he was saying he was Awas, so that I'm not too sure about. I mean, I think he was just into himself. I do think he felt something, experienced something, but I don't think he was Awas or anything like that. Yeah, I can see him channeling Abbas. That I can, yeah. But him being, but like I said, Crawley, I like him, but he's also a troll. That's how I see him. Okay, so I didn't know that Horus was Virgo in Egypt or that constellation. Didn't know that. You taught me something very new. So, where can you find the fate line on your hand, Morningstar? I'm curious about that. Like, well, oops, and I just hit the wrong screen. There we go. Can you guys see my hand all right? Where would my fate line be? Yeah, I think you could see that. This is my left hand, by the way, in case you can't tell. I have a big hand too. It's semi big. It's not crazy big like freaking Shaq or somebody. Oop, okay. This him broke away from it, started his own cult, authored a tarot deck. Fate normally runs from finger. Okay. Alistair was a Freemason? I didn't know he was a Freemason. I know he did the thing with the Golden Dawn and then he went into the Telema. That big line between your thumb and index finger. Okay, so this oop, wait. Yeah, this sucker here, this thing right here. All right, so that's my fate line. Well, it's curved. So is that good or bad? I don't know what that means. I I mean, do women like it curved or would they prefer it straight? Oh, oh boy. Uh, John D said, "Who were liars?" Oh, it's supposed to curve. Okay. All right. Uh, I mean, sure. I mean, technically, everything is a liar and can lie. So you pointed to your lie. Oh, so okay. So this thing here, this. Oh, okay. So all right, we'll do it this way: line one, line two, and line three. So what is line one? And then what is line two? And then what is line three? We'll do it that way so I can understand a little easier. Because, oh, I got ink all over my thumb. I just realized that. Oh, okay. So line one, lifeline. Line two, headline. Line three, love line. And does it matter which hand it is? Like, does the right hand or the left hand matter? Uh, Morningstar, I'm gonna have to get you on a podcast. We're gonna have to talk about this and do a show. As a matter of fact, how's your schedule for next month? I think I want to get you on. Oh my god, the ink won't come off. Go off, freaking ink. Oh, okay. So, all right. So we'll look at the subconscious mind then. All right. Children are the lines between your pinky and third line. Well, I don't know what's happening here. I don't see any lines, so no kids for me, which is fine because I certainly don't want any. All right, so what can you tell? Just I know this is terribly unprofessional, but what can you tell just from seeing my weird hand with these weird lines and all of that in low definition? Well, semi low definition. Yeah, it is no way I'm having kids. Heck no. You gotta be crazy. Put my pinky down. Well, now here's the problem. If I put my pinky down, other fingers go down. Like I can't move my pinky without moving my ring finger. I can't do it. There, look, I look freaking like a crippled or something. Like I have arthritis. There we go. Ah, this hurts. Yeah. Oh my gosh, so much pressure. Turn to the right. Are you kidding me? Look, I look like I'm throwing up a gang sign now. Children aren't predicted in palmistry. Okay. You have faint line of clairvoyance. Arcs from. It hurts holding my pinky down, by the way. Uh, yeah, I can't. You mean turn to the left, probably, not the right. Yeah, okay, that's what you mean. Here. All right. What was I saying? Children aren't predicted in palmistry. You have a faint line of clairvoyance. It arcs from other right. Well, Harley, now you're just confusing me. Like, if I go right, it goes like this. If I go left, it goes like this. Thumb to pinky with finger straight. We'll put the children line in the palms, regardless of having any children. Well, this is me going left. Look, we're turning all the way around here. Or was that me going right? Oh my gosh, I'm confusing myself. In the manuscript and other translations about the Elon tells a different story in a plural sense. They, them, and us. In the manuscript beginning, God is plural with an S for gods, as there are many. I do believe that there is more than one God, but at the same time, I'm a believer in everything and nothing. All right, so do you want me to go this way, Harley? Am I going this way or that way? I'm going. So this is look. This is what you get. All right, here it is up close. This is what you get. This is all I got for you. Turn where? I don't know where to turn. What? I hope you guys are getting a kick out of this. To what? Finger stretched back, spread apart will add the line of clairvoyance to your palms. When you do that, hand sign, it is visible in your hand. Oh boy. Well, I can tell you now, it's not going to be any babies. That's not happening. That's the one thing I am certain of. Everything else, it's up in the air. But this one, certain of it. Oh boy. Turning my hand left and right and all that. Good grief. No, I can. This is like the one thing I'm sure about. I don't want kids, and I'm just not interested. that's for other people. Other folks can have kids if they want, not me. But seriously, Morningstar, I need to get you on the podcast. Where can I reach you so we can schedule something? Unless you don't want to pop on. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm just over here. You're gonna get on, darn it! But um, but yeah, if you don't want to, don't worry about it. But I really want you on. I would say with me, uh, I don't know. I can't tell you if I see glimpses of the future or not because I forget everything. Unfortunately. Oh gosh darn it. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd say that. Okay. Next time, gadget. Well, no, there's not going to be a next time because you don't go on camera. And I meant for this isn't a podcast. This is just me hanging out. But no, the podcast is Unexplained Possibilities podcast. That's where the fun stuff happens, usually from time to time. I have not done one for this month. I should probably change that. I do try to do at least one a month.
So let
Next month, oops, sorry, you guys probably heard that. Next month, I will I will most likely be working overtime on the podcast. I want to have at least three of them to coincide with the review. No, no, that's not. That's funny. That's not being clairvoyant. That's just having that feeling, like But we'll throw it out there anyway. But yeah, so I think what I want to do is get Stephanie back on, and I want to mix her with Curtis. Actually, Stephanie and Curtis together. Oh boy. Oh boy. That will be a mix. That's a that's a lot of personality there. But I would love to get her and Curtis together, and I would love to have Jennifer and Mystic Salon together. Actually, that would be a good one. And then I would want um, Malice and Brooke on together. So those are the three shows I'm going to try to work on. And then who knows? Maybe I'll ask Bonnie, see if she's busy this week, and we'll do a show together and yap paranormal stuff. That'll be fun. So it's always a fun time with Bonnie. Maybe I could get Morgan back on as well. Gosh darn it, Jennifer. Well, Jennifer's out. So we have to find a replacement for Jennifer. But I do want to try to get three shows going because of well content. I might, but it really depends. No, don't worry about it. All good. So we'll worry about it later. Have I watched Melinda's? Oh, I actually did. Yes, Nick. I remember watching that. I probably watched a good portion of her stuff, and this was like because I'll say this: I came across Melinda thanks to some idiot Lance Stewart or Lance Storm, something like that. He made some nonsense, bogus video, and I was just seeing if anyone had information about it, and a video of hers popped up, and she was calling them out, and she made good points, and she was very correct. The guy was faking his mess, and she said that she was a psychic medium, blah blah blah. And I was actually going to reach out to see if she'd like to come on Unexplained Possibilities, but I researched and saw other stuff and was like, oh gosh, no. But yeah, anyway, I did see that video. It was very disturbing to say the least. And it's the opposite of what she claims to be. She claims to be, oh, hey, Ghost Rider, welcome. She claims to be light and love and spiritually advanced. Hey, more, hey, that's cool, pop on by. Like, everyone is welcome, The only rule I really have is just be respectful to everyone. Like, even though we all are different, we all might agree, disagree. That's fine. It's no big deal. Oops, what just fell? My phone fell. It's no big deal, but just try to be respectful to everyone. How hard is that for people? Just be respectful. Oh, thank you, Ghost Rider. Appreciate it. Oh well, no, no. You two can fight in Mortal Kombat. You guys go ahead. You guys duke it out. But after that, be respectful. uh, but yeah. Anyway, Nick. Yeah, I saw that video. It was pretty bad, and I saw a lot of things. She took quite a few down, and it's just there are certain things that aren't right. And when you claim to be someone who is advanced in a spiritual sense and you want harm to come upon someone, it's just it's insane to me. Like, I don't get it. I get upset at people, and oh, hello Kelvin, welcome. I get upset at people. Whoa, she passed away? Really? When did this happen? Well, son of a monkey's uncle. Huh, didn't see that coming. Wow, that's a shocker. What the heck? She was young too. She was only 56. What was I saying? Uh, yeah, if you're going to just be a total prick and you're supposed to be spiritually advanced or whatever, it's like, no, there's something off here. And Harley, Melinda is a person who claims to be a psychic medium, demonologist, astral exorcist, too many titles. And she claims to work with angels, she fights demons, and it's she's given out bogus information that is particularly harmful. And yeah, she's just ultimately a very interesting person, but a very flawed person. We'll put it that way. Very flawed. And I don't know, someone's going to get hurt eventually. It's just a matter of time. But I am currently reviewing one of her books, this one. And yeah, so anyway, slice of life stuff. I mean, is that what this is called? Just hanging out, yapping about any and everything, slice of life? I know people sometimes do the, what do they call it, IRL streams or whatever. If I weren't in the ghetto, I would probably do something like that. Many, many moons ago, and I mean many moons ago, I I I used to actually just walk around filming and just yapping about nothing. I would upload it to video, and it was interesting. It got me a little bit of exercise and stuff like that. But I didn't have a camera. It was a cheap little phone. It was just like, this probably isn't gonna work out too good. This was way before Unexplained Possibilities was an itch. This is on my alternate channel, which none of you guys can find. But yeah, that was fun. So maybe I'll do that one day again. Live stream. Live stream the technical term, or I mean, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask them. I don't care. I am a quarter open book. So, yeah, feel free to ask anything you want. I'll answer. I don't mind. And if you purchase me a Subway, I will be your live-in maid for a weekend. So, how you like that? Nice to angels and not demons. Oh, it's not that she's nice. She's just flawed with her information and just passing on rhetoric that's just not correct. The Eye of Horus, Ring of Solomon, and Ankh Fate lines would technically mark actual morning star. Venus in the star constellation Leo would also mark the tribe of Judah, loving like a lion. What do I want to wait, what? What you want to passionately want to share? Well, I don't know. I'm hungry. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm really a boring person, guys. Like, you have to understand this. I am an extremely boring person. I don't really go out. I like my video games and I pull cards. That's about it. So, unfortunately. Oh, and I'm trying to grow some vegetables. It's not going good. It's not going good at all. All the vegetables are just all right. So, someone pick a number between 1 and 33. Yes, I do have a second channel. I haven't uploaded anything to it for a good while now, but it is my gaming channel. And then there is a secret. Actually, I have two secret channels: my gaming channel and then this one. This, of course, is the main shebang. The two secret channels are just for if I just want to browse, and the gaming channel is, well, for gaming, which I need to get back on. I need to upload more Fable. That is what I am currently playing through. And he meant he he meant number 25. So okay, so we're gonna pull a couple of oracle cards. So Kelvin said 25, and hello, Josue, welcome back. Kelvin said 25, so we'll pull 25. See what you got. Oh, hello, Rosalie. Rosalie Gardner. So I've always liked that name, Rosalie. Is there a possibility that Melinda is using fear mongering to sell her books? She seems more like a con artist than an actual spiritualist. Yes. uh, okay, so normally I wouldn't say that she is using fear mongering to sell books and everything. But yeah, in this case, yeah, I definitely think she is, based off of her channel and what she pushes. There is a lot of fear mongering there, and it's a lot of talk of I'm the one, I know what to do, and you need to listen to me. So, yes, I can see how people would say this is a con. The problem is this, however, and it's hard for me to say she's a straight out con because I believe she truly believes in what she's spouting. Okay, so Kelvin, let's get your number 25. Let's see what's going to come out for you. Why am I doing this the hard way? Let me go backwards. And Harley, you said 29. We'll get to you in a second. 25. All right, Kelvin, you got Uriel, Angel of Flame. Yoga Flame. He reminds me of Dawson from Street Fighter. Can you guys see him okay? Sorry about the lighting. I know I keep saying this, but I will invest in lighting. I promise you. Okay, so I really like this interpretation of Uriel. This is just freaking awesome. I was attacked by some shadow-like figure entities during sleep paralysis this morning. Wait, give me 1 second, Josue. Uriel, Uriel. What does it say? So for oracles, I like reading from the book, and this is just for fun. Harley, this isn't for you. This is for Kelvin. He said 25 before you said 29. So I'm doing him first, then you, and then Ghost Rider. Oh, and Ghost Rider, you asked about what I was passionate about with writing. Well, it's not so much the writing, it's the storytelling that I love. I love storytelling. I love sharing a good story. I love listening to a good story and watching a good story. Haven't been too many good ones to watch, but it's the storytelling because you're able to be transported away from this reality, away from the world where you can be a hero or a villain, the damsel in distress, whatever. And it takes a weight off of your shoulders, even though it's brief. But that brief period of that weight coming off your shoulders can it can be it can bring a lifetime of positivity. All right, here we go. Wild and unwieldy, restraint is unthinkable. Uriel cannot be bound. The flames peel back the dark like silken fabric. The heat licks the edge of your awareness, and as you turn to meet it, you are consumed. The rhythms of heat and passion and flesh fill your mind. It comes over you like a wave, pressing your consciousness into your body. You can no longer think, you can only feel. Sensations tremble through your being. Uriel knows nothing but yearning. Look into the balefire of Uriel, and it will expose your heart and leave you writhing in desire. And his signs are a brazier, stallion, a tongue. All right, so there you go, Kelvin. Basically, start talking the talk because you already walked the walk. That's how I see it. You got this burning passion in you. Bring it out, man. Bring it out. All right. So with sleep paralysis, now that's interesting because I've been studying and researching sleep paralysis, and from a scientific point of view or medical point of view, they say that it is your brain waking up too fast before your body and you have hallucinations, seeing images. And this is where part of the idea for alien abductions and even the succubus come from, because sometimes you feel like it's a weight that's on you and these things are seeing stuff. Now, I also know that with sleep paralysis, it can be uh, a, it could have paranormal things attached to it as well. It's hard to tell what is what with sleep paralysis. It's really hard to tell. But hopefully, whatever you experience, Josue, that was it. Don't get any more of that mess because it sucks. Sweet Pea is in another room sleeping on a cabinet that she's not supposed to be sleep on. I know she's doing that because she's been doing it for the past week. So she might show up if she just gets lonely. I don't know. She's weird. All right. So Harley, you said number 29. Number 29. And then who said 30? Ghost Rider, you said 30. And if anyone else would like a quick Oracle pool, just drop a number, whatever number you want, down below. Down below. Just put it in chat, not down below. Uriel is interesting because he's an angel of wisdom. All right, so Rosalie, you get number 18. Rosalie, where the heck are you from? Wait a sec. I'm trying to remember if you've popped in before or not. And I can't remember. And it's driving me bonkers because I really like your name. And I'm like, I know I would have remembered a Rosalie. I'm pretty sure. So did you just come across the channel
So let's
from, oops, I did it again. Britney Spears. Uh, from the review, or were you already hanging out here? Okay. I can't remember. Gosh, because I like the name Rosalie. It's such a good name. All right, just tell me a number, Josue. All right, so Harley, 29. We'll see what we got. Normally, I use the Oracle of Shadows and Light for the Oracle pools, but, today's a fun day, so why not use the Angelarium? Oh, well, I am a Taurus, so makes sense. 27. Okay, so Harley, you said 23, 29. Ooh, you got an emanation. Or who are you? Malkuth, the ground, kingdom. All right, so with. Ooh, oh, go away. I don't want to talk to you. You're not important. Someone messaged me and I don't want to talk to them. All right, so you got Malkuth, Harley. So this is probably going to talk about grounding and being more balanced. All right, let's see here. I can only speak English. I've been trying to learn French for like too many years, and I have not learned it, unfortunately. I don't have an affinity for languages. I've tried everything: Duolingo, private teachers, YouTube, everything, and it just doesn't stick. I've been told as well that because of how I speak English and just how I pronunciate things, it would be virtually impossible for me to speak another language. All right. Here you go, Harley. This is for you. Malkuth, the 10th emanation, the physical world in which we live, the domain of mankind. Malkuth is an emanation of emanations, the culmination of the many aspects that form the tree of life. Everything from our bodies to the experiences we have in them to the world in which we exist is Malkuth. The infinite space that expands across the universe is a manifestation of her. At the feet of the tree, the ground stretches outward, forming itchy nose, sorry, forming a base. This is the space where Malkuth exists. She is beyond just being the lowest point. She is the foundation itself, being the thing we experience every moment in our lives. Malkuth contrasts clearly with Katir, whose existence is marked by its total unknowability. As with all things in the tree, one mirrors the other, forming a complete continuum through which we can understand the boundaries of existence. And Malkuth is found in the earth, our bodies, and the home. So for me, let me put you back up here. Here we go. For me, with Malkuth, it's like, yeah, be more grounded, be more balanced. Your head gets too caught up in the clouds and your mind races, and it's like, no, 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 no. Be cool, be calmer, and be that foundation. Be stronger. Hold yourself together more. It's like you fall apart too easily. So hold yourself together more with Malkuth here and be a foundation for yourself and more grounded. Definitely more grounded. And I would even say open to an extent. But yeah, there you go. All right. So who was next? I think it was either yeah, it was Ghost Rider who was next, and he said 30. Ghost Rider said 30, and then after Ghost Rider, I believe it's Rosalie. What do I wish I could do? Oh boy. I wish I could win the lotto and then just do absolutely nothing. uh yeah, in this deck, Malkuth is a she. All right, number 30 for Ghost Rider. 30 for Ghost Rider. 30 for Ghost Rider. And then it's Rosalie who said 18, I think. Pretty sure it was 18, then Josue, and then Jennifer. Josue said 22, Jennifer said 27. All right. So I'm curious what's going to come out for you. What's going to come out for you, Rosalie? I mean, not Rosalie, Ghost Rider. Get that right, Melvin. So I want to get another Oracle deck, and I'm not entirely sure which one to get, though. All right, let's see what we got. Oh no, no, I would not. I wish, but no. Those guys know all the tricks and everything. I certainly don't. 30. Ooh, you have. And okay, so I'm about to butcher again. As you guys know, I I butcher things a lot. So you have Javura. Javura. This is as close as I can get. Javura. 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 Sounds like some type of tribal name. Javura. Here comes the Javura. Anyway, you got Javura. I am butchering this name so badly. Freaking awesome looking art though, right? The left hand, Judgment. All right, let's see what it says here. Gotta hunt them down real quick. Where are you? Here you are. I don't do dating websites. No, cause just no. Although if you happen to know a petite single girl who is a redhead, preferably, actually she doesn't have to be a redhead, but if you know a cute single petite girl, throw her my way, please. Uh, Not Chicago Bulls. That is the Taurus of the zodiac. Not that one. Not that one at all, Nick. No. All right. So Javura, left hand judgment, the fifth emanation, the hand that separates the rule of law that brings order to the world. Javura assesses what is just, helping us overcome our adversaries both without and within. Hers is the power to cleave apart a unified whole and leave its component pieces. It is a trait that commands as much fear as respect because with it comes an inherent violence. She does this without enmity. I cannot say that. Enmity. So you're getting a behind the scenes, and when I do reading stuff, I mess up quite a bit. It is an act that must be committed to create balance. Javura's position at the center of its pillar defines that pillar's trait of severity. Her push against Chesed on the opposite side of the tree is met with equal and opposite resistance. Without both of them in equal measure, we have no means of maintaining healthy relationships. We must have judgment to discern what is healthy for us so that we can bring it into our lives and embrace it. And she's found in law, bravery, punishment. Huh. That's interesting. And no, Harley, it's not a Chicago Bulls. It is Taurus the Bull. Um, what was I? What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So, uh, Ghost Rider. I mean, it's almost like if you get pushed, push back. But more than that, though, more than if you get pushed back, it's unleashed that passion of yours, that burning desire that you might not be bringing out. You might be keeping it to yourself. You might be too passive in your approach to things. And yeah, when you get some push your way, you might quit too easily. So it's like, no, be aggressive, push back, punch a I was gonna say punch a derogatory term for a female, but I won't say that. But definitely push back. So, well, the thing is, Morningstar. I go by Melvin the Crimson Taurus. Crimson is my favorite color of red, and this was a gift from someone who painted it and made the Crimson Taurus. So that's why it's the color it is. I used to play basketball, football, and baseball, but that's long ago. Those days are long gone now. Every now and then I'll play basketball, but just, shooting around, nothing serious. Okay, so, um, well, no, it doesn't rhyme with which. It actually rhymes with throw. Okay, so R- Rosalie, you are up. God, I love that name. it's certain names that I just really, really like. Rosalie's one of them. Uh, uh, oh my gosh, I almost said Cardona, but yeah, Cordelia. That's another one that I really like. It's just interesting. Oh, thank you, Ghost Rider. Honestly, wait till I get a better cameras and actually have better positioning for things, so you guys can really see everything correctly and it popping correctly. Um, I was a guard. All right. So, Roselia, you said number 18. Let's see what we got. Actually, Roselia, I'm curious about something because you have some serious knowledge. How long have you been practicing or researching the occult? If you're still here, you might have dipped out on me. I hope not, but it's okay if you did. I have never watched Harry Potter. Angelology and demonology. Oh, okay. So you're a real angelologist and demonologist. All right. Okay. That, oh boy. Okay. Holy cow. Oh, that's okay. Please. I don't care that you're whatever. We're all a little something. So it doesn't bother me that you might be a little dyslexic. I don't care. You're cool. That's all that matters. Let's see what comes out for you. Well, hey, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. You can have Harry Pothead. But yeah, I've never watched it, didn't read the books. It's just never interested me. 18. Ooh, okay. Rosalie, you have Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation. Hasmed. Doesn't he look like Raiden from Mortal Kombat a little bit? Or would Kung Lao be more appropriate because of the hat? Maybe it's a mix of Kung Lao and Raiden. But yeah, he's not playing around here. So let's see what it says for you. Where did I put the booklet? Normally, if this was tarot, I wouldn't be reading from the book or anything. Uh, I feel Lord of the Rings is actually overrated. Like, I didn't care for the books, and I found the movies very long and boring. A lot of walking. Although, compared to that travesty and that nonsense that Amazon did, those movies are masterpieces. All right. Where is this guy? Ah, here you are. Okay. Hasmed, Angel of Annihilation. The Unmaker, a terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hasmed's hands. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be and lose. Ooh, he spelled this wrong. And lose it from existence. And the signs are a hood, an eclipse, an empty field. Now, when I hear hood, I think of an executioner. So if you're dealing with roadblocks or just maybe not even roadblocks, but people who won't get out the freaking way, which I guess is a roadblock, then kick them in the balls to get them out the freaking way. Don't be afraid to step up, voice up, and say, move, buddy. And if they're not moving on their own, move them by force. Be aggressive. basically is what I'm getting at. You can be aggressive here and tell them to move out the freaking way. Who said that? Wasn't that a song? I don't listen to rap or anything, but I'm pretty sure that was a rap song. Wasn't it like, move, get out the way, get out the way? Someone will know that. Dun, dun, move, get out the way. But yeah, so move somebody out of the way. No. Any obstacle, get it out the way because you can break through it. Don't allow it to stop you from advancing and pushing forward. Like it's too many times we allow this to happen. So don't you dare. All right, Josue is up and he said 22. 22. So these are just little quick pick things here. Um, Whenever I do the next tarot stream is when I'll go into more detail and stuff like that. Or if you want a private reading, just message me on, well, whatever you want. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Those links are somewhere in the description. And I believe it's just unexplained possibilities for everything. So you could just do that if you want a private reading. All right. Let's see what we got for Josue. Number 22. Yeah, I've never watched Harry Potter. It's just, it's not my thing. Well, yes, I would say Eminem is a rapper. Ludacris, thank you. Yeah, that's just not for me, Harley. It's just, it's just not for me. It's just too long, and I just find it boring. If it matters, I don't care for superhero movies either. Like I'm so over them. The last superhero movie I saw was maybe the first Ant-Man movie or it was Iron Man 2. One of those. 22. Actually, you know what? Let me correct that. I shouldn't say that. That's the last Marvel movie I saw. The last actual superhero movie I saw was Batman, which wasn't bad, but eh, I don't know. I would have done things differently, especially because I'm a huge Batman fan. But the problem is, I'm very 92 Batman, you know. So and I'm very like stick to lore. Don't change this. Don't change that. I'm a stickler for certain things, and when it changes, it drives me up a wall. Okay, so Josue, you have another one whose name I can't pronounce. Sucklop. That's as good as it's going to get. Angel of Verdancy. So Rosalie will probably know who this is right away. Sucklop. I can't pronounce these names. One day I'm going to look all of them up and I'm just gonna surprise. Uh, Suchlaph. Sorry, I know it's blurry. There you go. Michael Keaton and Kevin Conroy Batman Morningstar. So Angel of Verdancy. Let's see. Oh, wow, I turned right to him. That was lucky. The wind moves through the grass in waves, carrying with it the seeds of growth. It flows across the landscape and burrows into the cool soil. Beneath the fallow earth, seeds vibrate and burst, changing the loam. The transmuted life already craving the open air and the ecstasy of sunlight. It is nature and natural for plant life to seek the sky and the blessing of the sun. With this simple act, no prayer, the dominion of Sukkot, close enough, expands. With open hands, Suckloff denies decay and defies entropy. All is verdant where Suckloff wanders. Let your roots take hold and allow the gaze of Suckloff to fall on you. It is the season for blossoming, and the signs are a branch, flower, and seed. Okay, so basically, Josue, and this kind of goes along with your tarot reading, if I'm remembering it correctly. Blossom. It's time for you to get out there, put yourself out there, and show the world what you can do and what you can do yourself. It's like you have to show yourself. You need to you need to show off now. Peacock. Sook laugh. Oh, okay. Sook laugh. That sounds about right. Sook laugh. But yeah, you need to literally need to blossom. It's like you keep yourself contained too much. So leave containment, infect the world with your awesomeness, and go from there. Grow, expand, blossom, show people what you got, show yourself what you got, and prove to yourself that you can do it. Work on your focus a little bit as well. But yeah, there you go. And Jennifer, you said number 27. He had a larger book for the emanations, another for watchers, but there isn't a watcher oracle deck. Yeah, no problem, Josue. Yeah, I really like Jack Nicholson's Joker. Like, I still consider him the best Joker. I like Caesar Romero's Joker as well. Caesar's Joker was great. Now, unpopular opinion, but I hated the Nolan Batmans. That's not Batman to me, and I absolutely hated Heath Ledger's Joker. That was not Joker. That was just some psycho. I hate those movies. I really dislike that trilogy to where I would probably break it if they were in front of me. Like, I don't like those movies at all. I only let's see. I fell asleep with the first one because it was so boring, and the second one I just didn't like. It's like, what is this? This is not Batman. I refuse to watch the third one with that fake Bane and fake Catwoman, and I don't like Christopher Nolan at all. Like, I think he's a bum. Jennifer is next, Harley, and she said number 27. Now, believe it or not, guys, I used to take movies. Like, I used to really be passionate about film and movies in general. Now, I wasn't a snob where, to the point where, oh, yeah, the Casablanca and Gone with the Wind are just classics that can't be beat, and um, Melrose Drive, and I wasn't like that because those movies are boring as well. But I used to really enjoy film. I would go to the cinema. Mm, I would go to the cinema like just about every week, every weekend. Oh, I don't know, Harley. I don't know. I'm turning into Igor. All right. One, two, wait, darn it. 33, 32. 27. All right, Jennifer. Here we go. What? No, that can't be right. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, I need to change the lighting as well. I'm not a huge fan of Clive Barker. Oh, I did something very wrong here. Hmm. I did something wrong. 1 second, guys. I liked White Noise. I thought that was a good movie. I can't say I found it scary, but I thought it was a good movie. Oh, wow, you guys are really. Hmm. Wisdom I would give my old self. There we go. Wisdom I would give my old self. Don't be so afraid. All right. So, a card came out. I'm not sure it's for you, Jennifer. I might not have shuffled good enough, so that's why I'm checking here. So, what is yes? What is no? Is this the card for Jennifer? So, I need to reshuffle. Yes. Okay. I thought so. So, this goes back in the deck. It didn't, yeah, but I would definitely tell my younger self, don't be so afraid. Step out of your comfort zone and try to live life the best you can. Somehow, I don't think I would take that advice, though, since I know me so well. And unfortunately, it was situations that stopped that from happening. Oh, radionics. I think it is something very much to radionics. 1 second, stretching my leg out. There we go. Yeah, I think it's something. Oh, sorry. I had to check that this mic was the one that was on. I think it's something very much to radionics. I don't quite understand how it works, but gathering the energy that's around us and putting out that intention in order to bring it back, I think it's something to it. Although I'm more interested in psionics. Oh yeah, I knew about that. Morningstar. Actually, it was Bonnie who kind of got me into the pendulum stuff. I don't do it on stream very often, more so to just do quick little things. But yeah, so I've always been interested in pendulum reading. Technically, I'm not supposed to. You're not supposed to do it near electronics and everything, but you know what? I'm a freaking rebel. All right, let's give it one more go. Okay, Jennifer. Now we'll pull out your number 27. 27. Ooh. All right. You have Shatiel. 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 Yes. The Angel of Silence. Oh, look at that. You guys can see it a little bit better. So, yeah, she's a pretty one, assuming it's a she. Oh, here it is. All right, let's see what we got. Shatiel. And if that happened to you, Morningstar, that is absolutely frightening. Here we go. All right. Words fail, the wind dies, the earth comes to a rest. Shatiel descends in stillness. New forms for all things emerge, touched by the elusive fingers of the angel Shatiel. Space fills with silence and void gains new meaning. We are held still by the grip of its presence. Fear is useless as its presence is almost always brief. Silence slides over your ears and enveloping your awareness completely as if you closed your eyes. Take a moment, take the silence within, and you use it to still the tremors of your soul. Shatiel wills it. And her signs are a feather, a chair, a person kneeling. All right. So, Jennifer, this to me almost feels like a moment of peace. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it feels like a brief moment of peace where it's like, okay, everything that's painful, it stops being painful for a moment. Some stuff gets done, and it's like, yeah, a brief moment of peace. Enjoy it while you can because it won't last, unfortunately, but take it while you can. That's what I think with Shatiel. But yeah, there you guys go. Those are your oracles. I think I got everyone. And Rosalie, how would you like to come on the podcast next month? I'm just throwing it out there now. And yap with us about demonology and angelology. Well, yes, I know they're androgynous. It's neither male or female, Harley. It's just assigned a gender just to make it easier on me. Oh, well, fruitcake. Darn it, Rosalie. I'm disappointed in you. Not really. I totally understand. Believe it or not, I hate being on camera. This right now is killing me. It's absolutely killing me. So I get it. I understand it 150%. But if you happen to know someone who wouldn't mind being on camera, feel free to send them on over because I want to do a record number of shows next month. Uh oh. Oh, well, that's interesting. Someone just sent me a message I wasn't expecting. Oh, gosh. I remember when I was a kid growing up, we used to say that Native Americans were afraid of taking pictures because their soul would be trapped. And I mean, it was just us saying that. I don't know if they actually believe that or not, but it is something interesting about taking a picture because a part of you is trapped or caught, captured, whatever we want to call it. And it is a memory that can live on, making you immortal. So what if that was a story where a piece of you is taken every time a picture of you is snapped? How interesting would that be? And it's someone who wants to be whole again. They have to find all the pieces of themselves because this camera or whatever literally took a part of them from one another. That would be interesting. I would flesh that out and trying to hunt it down and everything, and maybe even maybe they're sold on the black market or something, and that's why sometimes bad things happen because the person who owns that piece of them wills it. Maybe it's for punishment or whatnot. Hmm. Might have just thought of a new story. I don't know. I'm gonna have to remember. I'm probably gonna have to watch this back because I know I'm going to forget. But well, shoot. Then how am I gonna watch it back if I'm going to forget? Melvin, makes sense. Make it make sense. But I might have just come up with a new story. And I'm not a big fan of pictures either, mostly because I'm not photogenic. Like I am just not photogenic at all. Uh, Dating site. Oh yeah, that's right. Ghost Rider mentioned dating site earlier. Yeah, never been on a dating site. Every now and then I'll send a message from through Reddit or something, but a dating site itself, no, that just feels like bad news because it's a small amount of women and a giant amount of men, and you're competing to try and get something when it's like, man, look who you're competing against. So it's just like, is it worth it? Not really. In my opinion, it isn't, unless you're that top 10%, top 10, 20%. But yeah, I think this is a good spot to end it because I am really hungry, and I think I might just get a Subway. I might do it, even though they're overpriced. I might do it because I'm craving it. And thank you guys for hanging out with me and just yapping about. I'm sorry, something just caught my attention. Okay, it's nothing important. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. So, uh, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to check out the first part of Psychic Defense Review. Hopefully, you enjoy it. And yeah, I guess I will be seeing you next time. I don't know when I'm going to go live next. I do know it will be for a podcast. Chances are it will be Bonnie and I, maybe Morgan. So expect alien talk if that happens. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll be seeing you when I see you. Bye.